But first tonight, Georgia recording its second highest day of new COVID-19 cases since the pandemic started.
And it is not just cases that continue on this upward trek right now. The number of people in the hospital, it is rising too. As you can see in this chart, we are still below the levels we saw in April when the state was on tighter restrictions. But there is concern that could change with cases continuing to surge. Today alone, the Department of Health reported more than 3,600 new cases in Georgia. And we've never seen cases drop for 14 days straight here in Georgia, as the White House previously recommended for reopening the economy.
Every